Good morning, welcome back to my channel. Today is day 4 of my July 4th Oregon adventure, and I woke up to a sunny day, which is wonderful because if you've seen my last couple of videos, it's been quite rainy and overcast, and I even had some snow along the way. So to have a little bit of warm weather, to dry out my vehicle, to air out some stuff like Lena's blanket and my wash towel has been really nice. Speaking of which, if you haven't seen my previous 2 videos covering days 1, 2, and 3, definitely check those out. They're both done in 2 different styles, so if you do watch them, let me know what you think between the 2. One of them has a little bit more talking like this. The other one is a lot more just kind of third-party video footage. Just mixing it up a little. Let me know what you think. Today's plan is to pack up, continue to head north along the eastern side of the Cascades in Oregon and spend one more night somewhere south of Mount Hood. At that point, the next day, I'll pack up and I'm going to beeline it back home, empty out the vehicle, swap out some gear, kind of get it prepped for 2 people, and then I'm going to head over to the airport and pick up my good friend from Juneau who will be joining us. And we won't be sleeping in the car, so I'll be bringing a tent, a big tent, and some cots, and we're gonna head out into Washington's Cascade area and do some camping over there. So definitely stick with us and see what we get into. Hopefully we find some more good weather. That would be lovely, and have some fun. All right, I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Cheers. If you're curious as to what I have in my roof box here, let's take a look. I'll show you. So it changes depending on who I'm going camping with, but for now I've got my camp toilet, some toilet paper, baby wipes, my camp chamois towel, a foldable chair, and a cot if it just so happens to be nice enough for me to sleep outside under the stars, which it hasn't been so far. And that's about it. It all fits in here pretty nicely. I originally bought it to put my recovery gear in. On trips where you use your recovery gear non-stop and you plan on using it, I didn't want to have to get into the hatch over and over and over again to get into my recovery bin, which is on its side because I'm letting the bottom dry out. But I kind of, on a daily basis for trips like this where I don't plan on using my recovery gear, I don't like to keep super heavy stuff up on top, and all of that is very heavy, so that's what I've got in there. Goodbye, beautiful campsite. Just taking a quick break to air down the tires a little bit. Didn't go too crazy, just down to about 21, 22 psi. The road's getting significantly more rutted, and I believe it'll continue, so I think it's worth it. What I didn't show off camera is that yesterday I hit a little bit of pavement for a while and the speed limit was pretty high, so I did air up the tires. I used my 2-tire inflator system that I made a DIY video on. It's worked really well, and I like it. Well, Lena went down to a little creek and got a little water, and I think I'm all ready to rock and roll, and we're going to continue onward into the wilderness. First time I've actually had to drive through the snow. Kind of surprising that it's here, but thought I'd document it. Fascinating, the road has turned red. I wonder what causes that. Volcanic pumice stone being ground down, just red soil. The last place that I remember having soil this red was Florida and southern Alabama when I was in that region. Pretty cool. And a beautiful beautiful pine forest to boot. This little water crossing was pretty cool. A little rougher than usual. And it looks like the rough road continues as well. So hopefully that serves as a gatekeeper to keep some campers out. Finally made it to camp. Night 4, I think. Oh, it's been a long day. I had quite a few campsites fall through. I just didn't really like the areas, and eventually I decided to opt to hit the freeway or the highway for a little while, get a little closer to an area where I can head home tomorrow morning. But then I ran into a couple gates, which is always fun. But I did find this spot. We're back in the national forest, and you can tell I'm in a different climate area. It's much more humid here, and obviously the tree growth is significantly larger than where I was before. This campsite, it's a little muddy, but I'm sleeping in the car anyway, so it should be fine. Not really any mosquitoes, which is nice. Must not be mosquito season over on this side of the mountains. But off behind me is a beautiful river. It's rushing quite swiftly, and there's actually another creek that meets up with the river, so I'm almost in like a little corner, and it's a gorgeous spot. The water is ice cold. I do need to wash up, so maybe I'll take advantage of that and wash up a little bit in the river, but otherwise it provides a nice background noise and gives me a place to sort of hang out this evening. A nice safe place for Lena to run around. That's about it. That's the update for now. It was a long day of driving, so I'll probably check in with you guys towards the end of my evening. Alright, me and Lena are fully hunkered down in the car. I've got some of the privacy shades up, but I'm going to leave a couple of them off until I am ready for bed. The sun is setting. The creek is burbling. Really, it's rushing. It's quite fast and quite a high flow rate. And yeah, Lena and I are just going to chill out in here and call it a night. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.